My dear students, as a completion of talking about the 9 phyla in animals, we're gonna talk about mollusks. Mollusks like squids, octopus, slug, clam, and snail. What are the general features in mollusks? Number one, they have soft bodies. Look, their body is soft. Here, soft, and the soft body is protected in most of them by a shell. This is a calcium containing shell. Calcium containing shell for protection of the soft body. Do they have open circulatory system or closed circulatory system? They have open circulatory system, not like annelids and segmented worms. They have open circulatory system. Open circulatory system with blood-filled spaces called hemocoels. So let's go back to the closed and open circulatory system. Here the earthworm, closed circulatory system, but here open circulatory system, and there is an area or fluid-filled area called hemocoel. So the blood vessels are not connected with blood capillaries. The symmetry in the body is bilateral symmetry. Their body has head, foot, which contains both sensory and motor organs. Also, they have visceral masses, internal masses for organs for digestion, excretion, and reproduction. They have specialized cells called, or specialized tissues called mantle. The specialized tissue is called mantle. This mantle surrounds the visceral mass, the internal masses inside, and is responsible for secretion of the hard shell. They have a tongue-like structure called radula. This radula is movable like tooth-bearing structure for cutting. Tooth-bearing structure for cutting. This radula like the tongue. They have gills for gas exchange because most of them live in humidity and in water, and they have nephridia also for getting rid of urea and nitrogenous wastes. Arthropods like insects, grasshopper, crustaceans like shrimps, crabs, arachnids like spiders. They have jointed appendages. Look at the joints. They have jointed appendages. Their appendages are jointed. They have open circulatory system, and we explained before what the meaning of open circulatory system. They have structures called Malpighian tubules. Those are the Malpighian tubules to get rid of nitrogenous wastes. They have structures similar to nephridia. Also, they have air ducts called trachea to bring air from the environment into hemocoels because they have open circulatory system. The trachea to get the air from environment to help to transport this air into the hemocoel. Also, they have exoskeleton made up of chitin. What's chitin? Chitin is a polymer that gives the exoskeleton its rigidity. Can this exoskeleton grow with the body? No, actually, those arthropods should shed their exoskeletons while growing. After that, echinoderms like sea stars and sea urchins. Sea stars and sea urchins, most of them are slow-moving organisms or sessile. They can't move. They have bilateral symmetry during only one stage of embryonic development. When they are embryo, they have bilateral symmetry. But the adult individuals, look at this symmetry of the adult sea star. it's radial symmetry. That's why while talking about the symmetry, I told you they have a specific characteristics in body symmetry. They can reproduce sexually by external fertilization, means external fertilization outside the body, fertilization of the egg by sperms but outside the body. They can also reproduce asexually by fragmentation, by cutting of only one piece or one fragment of the body can grow into a new individual. They have endoskeleton, not exoskeleton. The skeleton is called endoskeleton because it's inside the body. What's the difference between exoskeleton and endoskeleton? Exoskeleton in arthropods outside the body, endoskeleton inside the body. Exoskeleton cannot grow with the body. That's why organisms with exoskeleton, they shed their skeleton while growing. Here in organisms with endoskeleton, the endoskeleton can grow, and it's consisting of calcium plates. Also, they have another way of system support, which is water vascular system. There is water inside that causes hydrostatic support for the body.